Okay. Well, listen, it's 11:32, so let's get rolling. If you can go ahead and mute yourselves, everybody. We just want to keep the call. We will be taking your feedback again in another moment, so come ready to roll. Hey, got some great things I want to spotlight for everybody as we get started. These are current fundings, just got approved this morning, live right now. $300,000 business out of California that is a home health care and substance abuse clinic. 300K was turned down by a few vendors, approved by others. They're requiring quite a few stipulations. The stipulations are like additional documents to see different things about the owners and different things. Once in a while, that's needed on a larger funding. The good news is you don't have to worry about any of that, right? The internal team is taking care of talking to the owner of the company, getting all the stipulations that are requested. There's not a lot, but sometimes when you get a bigger funder that's been declined by some and approved by others, they'll approve them contingent upon a couple more stipulations. Simple things like a tax return of last year or a Secretary of State document or something like that, or maybe an accounts receivable sheet to show bills or any payables. Once in a while, those things are asked for. Not often, but when they are, our team does all that work. And we've got an offer right now. The client's already accepted it, just came through today, 300K. It hasn't been funded yet, but it's been approved, accepted by the lender, accepted by the borrower. So that means it'll be happening today. Be a great commission for the broker. Got another nonprofit out of out of Florida this morning, not Orlando, but Florida. A nonprofit. And McGuire, you're keeping an eye on letting people in, right? I see that room filling up. Maybe it's just delayed on my side, but thank you, buddy. The nonprofit, $80,000 approval today. And that $80,000 approval, this is a nonprofit that, those are hard to get approved. They're declined by most lenders. We got one approved this morning, $80,000. They've accepted it already. That money is going to be getting out and funded to them. So hopefully starting tomorrow, I can tell you the broker names on some of these. We want to get permission before we just start, saying things. So we'll be working on that, figuring out the right way to do that. So these huddles will improve. This is only day 2, and we appreciate all of you chiming in early on. We're going to chime in going forward. Okay, I just wanted a little success story for you today. I'm a believer in personal emails over mass emails. Last month, I sent out 3,700 emails through a mass email system. I got 4 people who replied favorably only out of 3,700. Of the 4 who replied favorably, only one of them has been willing to communicate with me since. So 3,700 broadcast emails. I spent $3,500 doing it, and I've gotten 1 reply. That's another test. We don't teach it until we test it. I tested it. It didn't work. Now, that doesn't mean don't do mass emailing, but pro tip today, don't do mass emailing unless you're a mass emailer, or assume that the results won't be really good. Individual emails, guess what? They work. Individual emails, one at a time with a subject line, private for the person, works. If you send an email and the subject line says something like, and we teach this in our training, says something like, drove by your business on Main Street, or subject line, so not business funding today. That's not going to get opened. It's not going to get open. Subject line, something that's unique. It can't be misleading. It's got to be accurate. It can't be a misleading thing like you've won this to get them to open the email. That's spamming. It's against the CAN Spam Act. But you can email a private email. You can put a subject line. And my recommendation is you do it, and it'll be very successful. For every 20 or 30 emails you send out, you'll probably get, or every 40 individuals, you'll probably get an application. Individual one-on-one emails, not broadcast. I used a broadcast system. I tested something with a company who said they're doing it differently. I said, let's try it. I decided to try it, spent over $3,000. And like I said, I've had 1 conversation worthwhile for $3,000. It's not worth it. And I got probably 50 times that. Take me off your list. Take me off your list. Take me off your list, right? I want to show you one other thing. This is part of the huddle today. This came into me today. I want you to hear this ridiculousness that we're competing with, that we're blowing away. Here's a message I got today. Hang on. This is Ruben Dever.
because a few months ago, we had received your application for funding for your business from a broker.
Lie.
We didn't hear back from you, and looking at the file, we did not hear back from the broker either.
Lie.
We had approved your file for funding. And since then,
Lie.
we've had a lot of changes in underwriting guidelines where we are now able to approve longer terms and even higher dollar amounts. If you could give me a call back, my direct line is speaking to you soon.
This is the lie crap that your business owner friends are hearing from. This came out to me today. Good morning. It's Wednesday. This is so-and-so from so-and-so. I'm the underwriting manager reaching out to you because a few months ago we had received your application for funding. I've never applied for funding. It's a flat out lie. But we never heard back from you or the broker. Another lie. See, this is what the competition is doing. You don't want to sound like them with just a broadcast message. Do a spoken thing, truthful message, and it'll win. So truthful one-on-one email, number one, not broadcast. Truthful phone call, not broadcast. Broadcast, these companies, I get 50 to 60 of these a month. 50 to 60 a month. You know what that means? Your business owner friends are getting them as well. You can't sound like them and win. Where you're going to win is a local networking, right? So today's pro tip is individual one-on-one communication, not broadcast communication. All right. Part two, be an advisor, not a seller. Advisor, as we talked about on a call last week, an advisor is someone who gives educational information and direction, not just information. Okay. So one of the ways you can do that is be an educator. There's nothing wrong with going. I've already received one person response to a Facebook Live I did today. All I did was say there's two types of funding, business funding and alternative capital. The same thing we say in our slideshows every day that you've heard 1,000 times. Go and put it on Facebook and watch. You'll get responses. Those will get shared. And you know what? They're evergreen. They'll stay there forever and they'll be viewed a year from now and 2 years from now. People will be reaching out for you. Okay. So with that, I want to go to all of you and I want to say this. If you've not already seen this, comp plan details, and you've not already seen the comp plan personal commission sheet, and you've not seen already how you climb that ladder through performance, and you've not seen how you can get up to 80%, then you need to go look at that because folks, when you've got yourself moving up the ladder, then guess what? Not only do you get personal commissions, but you get that override spread. You're in control of that. You don't have to get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or a PhD. You have to get clients. How do you get clients? You monopolize your local marketplace. One-on-one reach outs, one-on-one emails, be an advisor, not a seller. Get to the point quick. Don't be like the spammy message I got. And one other tip for today, get direct and to the point. Don't use long sales pitches. I've got someone who's reaching out to me about an advertising thing right now. I replied back to them and they answered another long 3 paragraphs without the answer. And so I asked more directly, I want to know the benefits and features of your advertisement. Please just give me the benefits and the cost. I don't want to hear anymore why you think it's great. Just tell me the benefits and the cost. They didn't give me the benefits and the cost. So I replied back to them and said, listen, I'd be a fool to not use you guys if there was a real value to what you're offering for the cost. But after 5 text exchange, you've still not told me the value or the cost. Let me give an example. When we market business funding, we say you've been approved for 100 grand. You got to pay back 132. It's going to cost you 32 grand. Is your use of funds going to be worth more than the 32K? If so, it's a good idea. If not, it's not a good idea. We get right to the point. And hopefully you're getting right to the point when you're talking to people as well. I said, so tell me immediately in 1 or 2 or 3 sentences, what is the value to your product? And I will consider you. Otherwise, please don't text me anymore. See, busy business owners, guys, are getting spammed all the time with crap that isn't real. They're getting spammed. And then when they do have interest, they don't act efficiently and they're salesy. They over-explain. Don't over-explain all this. Get right to the point. We can get you capital. It's going to cost you between 1.15 and 1.25 if you're core. If you're flex, it's going to be up to 1.5. What does that mean? You get 100 grand, you're going to pay back between 115 and 150. Do you have a good use for the funds? I mean, get right to the point, because guess what? That'll be appreciated. I talked to a concrete guy this morning, told him about our funding. And he said, "That's good. We're pretty self-sufficient, but tell me what are the rates?" I said, "It's going to cost between." I didn't even go into we don't do rates. We don't do we. Blah, blah. I said it's going to cost the person between 15 and 50K for every 100K they get. They get 100, they're going to pay back 115 to 150. So the good news is it can be as low as 115. It can be as high as 150. And the good news is we'll give them approval when they can at their bank. Wow, that's good to know. That's it. Now he knows the product. He doesn't need all the other stuff. He's not going to listen to all the other stuff. He now knows what it costs and when it's a right fit and when it's not. Okay. So who's got a little thing they want to share? Any success stories you want to share from today? Anything you want to share from today? We're at the 12-minute mark. Anything you want to share? Anyone want to pipe in real quick and share anything for the day? 30 seconds. Anything you want to share? Anyone? Okay, then let me do this. Today's challenge as we walk out, and by the way, bring ideas. It's okay to share your success story, something you've been doing. We're going to get more and more intimate with this. We're getting more and more willing to share. We spent 3 minutes, everyone introducing themselves to start out today. We want you to be involved in this. Let me give this challenge then. Send 5 individual emails that you weren't going to send. Send 5 individual texts that you weren't going to send. Make 5 individual calls you weren't going to make. That's 15 reach outs today. Get out there and do that today. I'm going to do it. You do it. We all do it. And if for some reason you go, I'm not yet comfortable reaching out in person or in by phone, or then double up the email. Send 10 individual emails, right? Double up. The most effective thing you can do is local. Monopolize your marketplace. It means local networking, local communication. That's going to take some time, right? Get out of your way, make it happen. And then the other thing is be as an advisor, do some videos, record some videos on your Facebook walls, things like that. And you'll become an advisor. Educate, don't just pitch. Educate, don't just pitch. Educate, don't just pitch. God bless you all. Let's rock and roll. You all rock. Come out tomorrow. Be ready to introduce yourself. Come out a little early. We're going to open it up a little early so everyone can say hi. And feel free to not be bashful tomorrow. I'll share what you want to share. We'll have some more funding stories for you tomorrow. Let's keep our fingers crossed that that 300 and that 80 actually get funded today. There's many other approvals too, but those are the 2 I wanted to mention. God bless you all. You're doing awesome.